You know what? I don't even have a script for this one, but I need to talk about it. There's been so much stupid stuff being said about Bitcoin lately on YouTube, on Twitter, and everywhere. And I don't understand why do we keep doing this? Why we need to still keep talking about Bitcoin in the same way we do? Why we have this necessity to continue debates and discussion that should have been there a long time ago? At this time, you probably know that there's people that bought Bitcoin in 2012, 2016 and made a lot of money. Made some of them even made millions. And today we have people trying to recreate this, trying to make millions. And there's nothing wrong with that per se, because I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't want to make money. Of course, I want to make money. Everyone wants to make money. Everyone wants to be rich. Everyone wants generational wealth. The thing is, you wanting something does not get you close to getting it. And for some reason, people probably forgot about it. What prompted me to make this video was a tweet that I saw that on Twitter. I'm going to show you, but I want to show you guys one thing first. Let me pull up Google real quick. Okay, let's see. Bitcoin price USD. So, oh, okay. Here we can see that Bitcoin today is trading at $71,000. Okay. If we look at the last 5 years, let's see 5 years exactly, 2021. You see what's going on here? Okay. Let me look. I want to go a little bit further. Let me look at 2020. Let's see. Today we're in February 2026. So let me look February, March. Let me look March 2020. March. Okay, March. So in 2020, for March 14th, Bitcoin was trading at about $5,000. If you had bought one whole Bitcoin by then, today you would have $71,000. That means that you would have more than 10x your investment. And that's something that you can really do in the S&P 500 or other investments, even in gold. Gold is even worse than that. You can make these types of returns. But I don't know, man. For some reason, it seems that people don't know or forgot how to do math. If you 10x a little money, you didn't become rich. Okay, if you had one Bitcoin in 2020, okay, you 10x the amount of money you had, but $70,000, it's not rich, you know? It's not becoming rich. You don't buy a house with $70,000. You don't buy a house. So how is that being rich? And let me show you the tweet so it all becomes clear. I'm not even going to show his name because it's not about the person that posted it. It's the content. The content is what pissed me off. And honestly, it's not just him. There's a bunch of other creators making the same type of content and people like it, people engage to it. But if you do simple math, here I'm talking about what we're going to do is basically what I think multiplication and division. So if you pass grade 5, you should be able to follow this one. It shouldn't be rocket science. It's basic math. So there you go. So apparently in 2030, 4 years from now, Bitcoin will get to $1 million. The first question that I have is, how does he know Bitcoin will get to $1 million in 4 years? No, but you have to understand. You need to understand the mathematics of Bitcoin. It's 21 million coins. Okay, I know. How do you know that it will be trading at $1 million? That was the question. No, the global adoption. You know that banks now started to adopt Bitcoin. Bank of America said that you gotta have 1 to 2% allocation in Bitcoin. BlackRock said 1 to 5% allocation in Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is going to the moon. Yes. Okay. How is that going to make Bitcoin be worth $1 million in 4 years? How do you know? Am I saying that won't happen? No. I'm not saying that will not happen. What I'm saying is, how do you know? And many people don't make this question. And some of those people that are posting, engaging, even making money, telling people when Bitcoin will be trading at $1 million. Big people. This guy that I just showed you the print, he has more than 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. His videos get 50, 60, even 200,000 views each video. And he wants to tell me that somehow he knows the price of Bitcoin in 4 years. He knows it, okay? These people are profiting off of telling you the price of Bitcoin. By the way, they're not profiting in Bitcoin. They're profiting in fiat, in dollars. Okay, so they're profiting, telling you where Bitcoin is going to go. And some of you believe that, some of you buy Bitcoin, put all your money, all your hope into Bitcoin getting to 1 million. And the worst part is that the problem is not whether or not Bitcoin will get to $1 million. The problem is, if even if Bitcoin gets to $1 million, it doesn't matter. I have Bitcoin, by the way. People at this point might think I'm a Bitcoin hater. I'm not a Bitcoin hater. I'm a coin guru hater. I hate this content creator. I hate them because, man, profiting, you shouldn't be able to make money lying to people. This is really what they're doing. They're almost grifters. Okay, I said that I was going to do basic math to show you that even if Bitcoin gets to $1 million, it does not matter. In the tweet, he said, when Bitcoin gets to $1 million, you will order without having to check the price. Oh my lord. First of all, you think that with $1 million you would no longer need to look at the price of things? That's the first question. I will not answer it. I don't have $1 million, so what do I know? But one thing I know is how to do basic math. Let's do. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, so here I have my calculator. Let's say that Bitcoin gets to $1 million. Screw it. Let's say that Bitcoin gets to $2 million. I even double. I'm helping this content creator. I'm helping those people telling you that Bitcoin will get to 1 million in 4 years. If you bought 0.1 Bitcoin, which you probably, I don't even have to go too far. Let me show you something real quick. Please stay with me for this one. Okay, 0.1 Bitcoin. I didn't say anything. Let's see the titles. 0.1 Bitcoin will make you rich. Only 0.1 Bitcoin will change your life. You need 0.1 Bitcoin in 2025. I want to change my life. I want to get rich. So those are the videos you see here. How much will it be worth? I don't even know what. You just need 0.1 Bitcoin to be a millionaire. Apparently, Michael Saylor said that. Here you can see a bunch of it. It's all you need. Really? Don't sleep on it. 0.1 Bitcoin is all I need. Right. Why there's so many retire on 0.1 Bitcoin view? This one I actually watched, and this guy is one of the few. He's an grifter. Okay, here's why your 0.1 Bitcoin understanding is wrong, Mr. Bitcoin man. Cool. I'll check this guy later. Okay, let's do math. Some light math. Okay, Bitcoin trading at $2 million. If you have 0.1 Bitcoin today, it means that you spend probably between $7,000 to $10,000. Let's consider 10,000. Actually, today Bitcoin is 0.1 is less than 10,000, but let's consider 10,000. Let's multiply this by 0.1. So now we want to know how much 0.1 Bitcoin would be. $200,000. Okay, now do I need to say, or let's analyze. Okay, so you're telling me that someone that has $200,000 doesn't need to check prices? Really? Where is that person buying things? At the dollar store or at real places with real prices? Because you don't do groceries without looking at prices with $200,000. You don't buy a mansion with $200,000. So $200,000 is not generational wealth. It's not. It simply isn't. So this is the first part that people usually don't make simple math. You need to understand one thing. Most people don't have one whole Bitcoin. Okay? If you have one whole Bitcoin, man, all power to you. Because when Bitcoin gets to $1 million, you will be rich. Definitely, you will be rich, no doubt about it. But if you have less than one Bitcoin, which is 99% of people, how do you know? Easy. Who has $70,000 to put into Bitcoin? How many people actually have that? 1% of people? 0.1% of people? Very few. So if you don't have one whole Bitcoin, spending your time, your valuable time, believing in this makes no sense. I know we're all struggling. Let's be honest. Things aren't looking good. Prices of things just keep going up. Perspective of life is getting darker and darker as time goes by, which is probably one of the reasons that explain why people are gambling so much, why people are so addicted, why people are becoming more and more antisocial, why things are just getting worse and worse every day. But the truth is, even with all that, Bit is not all you need. Bitcoin is not a silver bullet. If you don't have any Bitcoin, I would recommend you have at least a little. Have at least a little, because putting all your trust into this financial system that we currently have, this dollar dominated world, makes no sense. You should have some. If Bitcoin grows, well, you will make some money. That's cool. It's nice. But if your goal is to actually have a comfortable life, actually make money, there's still no substitute to having a better income. You will need to learn some skill that can allow you to make more money, that will allow you maybe to open a business, maybe to charge more. I don't know. I don't have the answers on that regard. But the thing is, thematically, you will not build generational wealth with Bitcoin. I wish I could say it differently. Maybe if you're in certain countries that the currency devalued so much that Bitcoin may be able to make you at least somewhat rich, it's possible. But for most people, Bitcoin will not be the silver bullet, the lifeboat, the salvation that people are looking. And yes, I'm recording for a while now. If you enjoyed this video, if there's anything valuable that I said here, please subscribe, please like. If you think that I'm just an idiot that is just trying to bring you down on your dreams of making generational wealth, I'm sorry if I did that, but I'm not against anyone's dream. But we need to be realistic, and putting your faith, your whole, putting all into Bitcoin simply isn't it. Yeah, just wanted to rant a little about it. And man, we'll see each other in another video.